Good morning. Today is February the 1st. The time is approximately 9:56 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're currently in three trades, um, which is the maximum number of trades that will be in at any given time. This is the trade on the euro dollar. The entry was here. This trade is currently up about 28 and a half pips. Stop loss, um, well, actually, it was moved up. It's been moved up. It was down here where this bottom is, but the target is 100, roughly about 100 pips on this trade. Currently, we're up about 28 pips. Um, we're also in the USD Chef or the USD Swiss. The entry was here. This trade is currently up about 32 pips. The stop loss on this was 70, about 77 pips, and we're targeting 115. Um, I have the expert advisor on the chart. The expert advisor shows you where your stop and your target is located on the chart. Um, this information up here also displays where your target is as the actual price and an actual pip amount. So you can see what your target is, what your stop loss level is, how many pips it is. It also provides some other information for some of the filters that we use, um, such as the distance filter. The distance filter is something I'm not going to go into detail right now, but I will cover it in later videos. It's one of the things that we use when we're going into transitions on the daily chart to solidify or validate rather an entry opportunity that we would take using the 4-hour retracements. So um, it's very intricate and detailed as far as the way that it filters the potential entry that may come up during a transition. Um, as I mentioned, I will go into it in later videos, but for now, this is just some of the information that's displayed on the chart. It's showing um, where the 13 EMA is located on the 4-hour chart, how many pips below or above it is, and what the actual price of the market currently is. That's what this information here is displaying. So the EA shows some very good information that's relevant to your trading on the chart to provide you with as much guidance as you need, while you're in a trade or prior to entering a trade, even though it finds all the trades automatically. But it's just good to see and know exactly what's going on with your trades. We are also in the pound chef. Um, my chart is running a little slow. We're also in the pound chef. This was the entry here. This trade has a stop loss of about 119 pips, and we are targeting 108 pips. Currently, it's down about 58 pips. Um, I know that there was some type of pound-related news that came in overnight, which is the reason that the pound currencies, the pound crosses, are moving higher. The pound dollar is also moving up, and I think as a result of the pound news, the pound chef also started to push up against our trade after we entered. But ultimately, I believe that this will make its way coming back down again, and we should get some movement in our direction at some point. But for now, this trade is currently in the red well, right now it's down about 52 pips. Um, so those are the 3 trades that we have running right now, and we'll keep an eye on them, and I'll come back and um, make some other observations and add to this update as these trades progress. So stay tuned for more videos, and good luck trading. This is an update to the trades that we entered yesterday. Time is approximately 10:30 Indian time. 3 trades. Pound Chef that you see on the, I think it was 100 plus pips. I'm not sure exactly how many pips it was. I'll post it and put it on the chart at some point, just so I'll know. I like to know exactly how many pips. Keep track of. This was the Dollar Chef trade. This trade was taken out at +1 on this, as much as 63 pips of profit, but the price hit this support area down here, bounced back up and came back inside the range, continued to consolidate, taking this out of the trade. We were also in the euro dollar, and this trade did something similar. There was a larger move involved. It moved up about 75 pips. Basically came to this area of resistance and then consolidated and came back into the range again. Now we have another opportunity that's coming on this particular pair. We have our retracement here, our 4-hour retracement. And at the moment you can see that the EA is showing us some very good information. It's letting us know, for one, that the H4 retracement is long. Here it's showing that the filter confirmation is long. The filter confirmation is the H4 retracement. They're one and the same. Some of the other indicators that we use for confirmation, this histogram down here we use on a 30-minute chart. If that is an agreement, you'll also see that it's in the same direction as the filter. So that is the trigger. Well, that's the name of the indicator. The trigger confirmation, that's long. So we have 2 of the 3 conditions necessary right now to get another opportunity to go long on this trade. Right now it looks like we're only waiting for confirmation, or agreement rather, on the 1 hour, and then we should have an entry going back into this trade, going long again. Well, actually, as I said, that agreement just came. So we'll take a look at this briefly and see if this puts us into a trade. Over here underneath, this last line at the bottom is showing whether or not the distance filter is also in agreement. The distance filter is the distance between price and the 13 on the 4-hour chart. In order for a trade to be valid, and in order for us to take it, it has to be within 50 pips. So 50 pips or less. If we're looking to go long, the price cannot exceed 50 pips above the 13 EMA on the 4-hour chart. That's an additional filter that we have. The purpose of this filter is so that when we get into transition trades where the daily is coming in to a new direction, if the filter agrees with the new direction, in order to validate that trade, we don't want to enter being too far away from the 13 on the 4-hour chart. So the daily may be the last thing that we need for confirmation, and if that's the case, we want to make sure that we don't enter with price too far away from the 13 EMA on the 4-hour chart. that is a good gauge that we use. The closer that we are to the 13 or the 4 hour, the better. The further away that we are, the more risk that there is involved in that trade, because you're entering away from uh, the 13, which is the gauge that we use um, for confirmation on multiple time frames, including the 4 hour. So it's looking like we might get an entry here. Gonna see if this enters here. If we do, you'll see a line appear here that says buy. Give it one more minute. While we're waiting to see if this enters, this EU trade, as I mentioned, came back into consolidation. It was also taken out at +1. So we had 2 of 3 trades basically break even, and the trade on the pound chef was stopped out for 100 and something pips. Not sure exactly how many pips it was. As a matter of fact, let me go and measure. Um, roughly about 115 pips. So that's basically it for now. We're going to come back on later at some point with an update on whatever new trades that we get in. But at the moment, we're flat. We're not in any trades. It's looking like we're going to get a trade on this euro dollar going back long. And if that's the case, we'll come back on, make an update, and keep track and see what's going on. Good luck with your trading.